Hello, and in this video I'm going to show a little bit of maintenance for the puppies. So this is one female puppy of two female puppies that I have, and I'm just going to show how I trim their paw pads. They haven't had their paw pads trimmed yet, but they have had their nails cut a few times. And this is important to do once a week for dogs that need professional grooming for life so that they are really accustomed to having their feet handled and also to having grooming equipment used on them. These puppies are almost 3 weeks in this video, 3 weeks in this video. And so you can see they've had their nails trimmed a few times, and I always flip them on their back when I start because it's the most comfortable for them. And I want them to feel really secure while they're having grooming done. So the goal isn't to do grooming perfectly, but rather to do grooming in short spurts several times a week in a really calm and gentle environment so that the puppy feels very secure, doesn't feel traumatized by the grooming in any way, and just sort of thinks this is normal and this is just part of life and they don't feel upset about it. So you can see every now and then the puppy will squirm a little bit. Maybe she's like, I don't really want to be on my back anymore. And so the goal here is to build up a tolerance in the puppy to be handled while by doing it in a way that's really relaxing and where the puppy feels really safe the whole time. So the whole thing only takes about 10 minutes. I just take lots of pauses. I don't do a perfect job, and I want the puppy to feel sort of secure so that they don't feel uneasy on their back. So being cradled right like this is really helpful. Take little breaks, give the puppy kisses. When I do the back feet, I have someone else put a hand down over the puppy's chest, because that actually makes them feel safer and supported. If you let go of them, then they feel insecure and then they'll try to roll over. So it's almost like swaddling a baby. Like, it's a very gentle but firm hold, but one that makes them feel safe, not trapped or pinned. So I never want to trap or pin them. If they start to squirm, I let them up. So the goal here is to just build a tolerance for handling by making handling regular and pleasant. And so they'll really start to nap and just relax when they get handled, and that helps them to be just really tolerant of all kinds of handling as an adult. So anyway, just enjoy the little puppy pedicure and her sweet little face, and I will post another video of one of the other puppies tomorrow or the next day. So enjoy puppy pedicure. Oh, another little thing I wanted to mention is that one of the reasons it's important to trim the fur on the puppy's feet is because they are just learning to walk. And so I don't want the paw pad to be completely clean shaven, but I do want the fur to be trimmed down, and that gives us a couple of advantages. First, it keeps their feet cleaner. So they're just learning to walk, and they're also just learning to walk away from where they potty so that we can sort of begin the early stages of potty training. And if they can feel what they're stepping on, their balance improves. It's better for their bones as they learn to walk because they can feel, they can get better traction on the ground. And also they'll notice if they step in something wet, and then they will avoid doing that. And that is really helpful with potty training because they can actually feel. It's like taking little booties off and letting them be barefoot so that they feel what they're walking on and they perceive more, and it helps. And also it keeps them cleaner because then if they do step in something, I can easily wipe their little feet down and keep them clean. So there's a couple of reasons why it's important. And then also, dogs typically don't like having their feet handled unless you begin at a very early age. I handle their feet every single day. I touch their little feet and their toes while I'm petting them, but also just the grooming so that as they become an adult, they never mind. Okay, that yawns are the best. So they never mind having their nails trimmed, or they mind a lot less because they still don't really love having their feet handled, even if you do this from birth. Getting nails trimmed can always be kind of scary, or getting their feet trimmed at a groomer can be difficult. But if you start really early, then they'll allow you to trim their feet, and your groomer will appreciate this when your puppy goes to a professional groomer and they don't panic or really balk at having their feet handled because they feel safe and secure and they don't feel weird by it, right? So, making everything really as safe and secure as possible while building up a tolerance is really helpful. And then also another little side note about this little puppy is that she actually has extra toes on one of her back feet, which is a genetic trait that poodles sometimes have. And we don't remove the extra toes if they are attached in a healthy way with a full joint and bones. They're not vestigial. They're regular toes. She just happens to have dew claw on the back foot there. So bonus toes, bonus toe beans, which is what my kids say. So anyway, that is just part of it. And then we'll get her finished up and then give her back to mom. And you'll be able to see she's just starting to learn to stand up. So they're very wobbly, but getting stronger every day. All right, I will stop talking and let you enjoy the puppy. Bye.